celebrating 15 years of Young Turks.
Welcome back. You're watching Young Turks. In this segment, we put the spotlight on a Bangalore-based entrepreneur who's creating a platform for SMEs to manage their payments. Co-founded by 34-year-old Sampath Swain, Akash Kihani and Aditya Sengupta in 2012, InstaMojo allows anyone with a mobile device and a bank account to accept payments on mobile or the web. Currently, the 45-member-strong team is working with over 2.5 lakh SMEs and plans to expand its merchant base to 1 million by 2018. Yes, you heard that right, 1 million. The startup has received validation from angels like Rajan Anandan and Sunil Kalra to investors like Kalari Capital, Bloom Ventures and 500 startups. We caught up with Sampath in Bengaluru. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Sampath Swain. I'm the co-founder and CEO of InstaMojo. We are an on-demand payments and commerce enabling company for small and medium-scale merchants and individual sellers in India.
So if you're a merchant or individual and wish to sign up to the platform, here's what you gotta do. Download the InstaMojo app or register on the website. Fill in your phone number, bank account details and add a little bit about your business. And that's it. You can start collecting payments within a few minutes. InstaMojo will allow you to start by creating a payment link or a short URL, which is basically a web page. Once this is created, you can share it with your customers via an SMS, emails, Facebook or even WhatsApp. Once this link is shared, the customer can click on the URL and make a payment using his or her credit card, debit card, net banking, wallets, UPI or any other payment method. How is this possible, you ask? It's because InstaMojo underwrites the credit risk for every merchant and transaction, and this is what the founder claims gives the company a distinct edge vis-a-vis competitors.
In wallet, you can only collect payments up to few thousand rupees per month. Beyond that, you have to do a lot of tedious paperwork. On the POS side, you have to have an offline merchant with a retail store, and on payment gateway, either you need a website or an app where you need to install or integrate APIs. Now, none of these products or solutions that are available in the market cater to small and medium scale merchants like InstaMojo does. I believe our biggest competition is probably NEFT, the tedious net banking transfer that we all are used to. Now, that is not a typical merchant solution. It's a simple money transfer mechanism that all of us have been used to, but for peer-to-peer, right? But for a merchant, she requires beyond just money transfer. She requires reconciliation, order management, refund, risk management, which InstaMojo gives her literally at zero fees to begin with. If our target is to enable 10 million SMEs in the next 3 to 5 years in one platform, it's not possible to have tens of thousands of street-on-street warm bodies going after them and acquiring them, because they're across all nooks and corners of the country, right? So our model is similar like WhatsApp. It's a very intuitive, simple product, and going forward, we will double down on the strategy of acquiring merchants more through organically and virally than through warm body feet-on-street model.
So with the merchant at the heart of InstaMojo's business model, the startup had to offer something more than just payments to sustain. InstaMojo expanded to offer an online store where merchants can showcase their products and services with a payment management solution. It helps merchants resolve payment disputes, to provide refunds easily, and even helps them to understand data by giving them insights on customers. So these transactions seem pretty straightforward, but how does InstaMojo make money? Well, this startup charges a flat 2% for every transaction that it successfully completes for a merchant on the platform. InstaMojo currently has an annual top line of 400 crores and is today breaking even 5 years on. But they did have an early believer in their story.
I knew Rajan sometime back before we got started with InstaMojo, and we were chatting on the internet about what is my next thing after my first startup. And I told him I'm trying to think about a product which will in turn turn into a platform for small business owners who can collect payments by sharing a link on the internet. It took, I think, few hours for Rajan to kind of call me back saying, where can I send the check? And in fact, after he invested, me and my co-founders went and registered the company. So after Rajan came in, we got luckier. We got Sunil Kalra, we got Bharat from Amex, we got 500 Startups, Bloom Ventures, a couple of Dutch angel investors, Sailesh from Twitter, and Kalari, who is our institutional investor who funded us in Series A.
Having roped in 250,000 merchants on the platform, Sampath says thanks to demonetization, InstaMojo has had a good innings so far, and GST will be a big game changer for the startup.
Demonetization did impact probably every other businesses who are catering either in the payment space or commerce enablement space. For us, we were acquiring close to 3,000 small merchants on a daily basis, and that's almost 15x higher than what our daily average used to be. On the macro level, I see not just demonetization but even GST changing a lot of things for small businesses, because now they have to be becoming formalized economy, part of formalized economy. I think that's another big thing that we're expecting to happen in the next few quarters as demonetization happen, and now GST is the next big thing for us. Next 18 months, as I said, our first target is to reach 1 million merchants registered on the platform. In the process, we are also looking at a lot of other revenue models, as I told about logistics and lending. Lending is something that's very important because we interestingly are in middle of payables and receivables of every transaction of small merchants across the country, and the rich data can be used to harness to create interesting credit products, which we are working with a lot of NBFCs and banks today as we speak.
Sampath here is wishing you all the very best and welcome to the Young Turks community. Speaking of the community, remember the show turned 16 this year and we're celebrating this milestone with our annual Young Turks Conclave on the 12th of July. So block your calendars, log on to our Facebook page for updates. You can also follow us on Twitter for news and updates. Our Twitter handle is @CNBC Young Turks. With that, it is time for us to wrap up this edition of our show. Goodbye, keep writing, and many thanks for watching.
Celebrating 15 years of Young Turks.